tuning in to another episode of the Formula Review. I'm your host, Charles May, and today I'm very lucky to be sharing with you a 2013 Ferrari FF. Of course, FF stands for Ferrari 4 seats, four-wheel drive. So I'm very excited to share this with you today, as this is the first four-wheel drive Ferrari that's ever been produced. So thank you for tuning in, and I hope you enjoy. Oh man, that is so cool. It actually brings the seatbelt to you. Ferrari, always thinking ahead. And we need to go get some gas for the Ferrari FF, because that V12 will definitely eat up some gas real quick. And here we go. Now, for will it scrape, this is definitely a possible candidate, but it's not as low as some other Ferraris, so I'm just going to take it a little extra cautious. There we go. And no scraping. So we got a little tunnel coming up here, and we'll just check out how great this V12 sounds in a tunnel, as opposed to some of the other cars driven, like 550 Maranellos. Give it a little bit of gas. That sounds beautiful. Roll up the windows for you guys. But with the all-wheel drive, I mean, you really feel confident in those turns. Giving it gas, you know, that was not very fast at all. But you know, the all-wheel drive, a lot of times, you know, some cars when they have that, the steering's a little bit heavy. This is extremely light. A lot of the other modern-day Ferraris feel the exact same way. So you're not really even getting any sort of you know, different feeling, the fact that the car is all-wheel drive. It's so funny, every time I go to reach for the blinker, obviously it's a huge fail and a whiff there, because it's not even, there's no column there. I'm just going to accidentally tap as the paddle shifters here. So this is the modern day Ferrari, where they put essentially everything on the steering wheel. The blinkers, I really think, are actually in a pretty cool location, but you put the headlights on here, you got the suspension, windshield wipers. The Manatino switch is absolutely necessary. Start button looks amazing, but I think it's just a little bit overkill. Especially the one thing I've noticed over the years is that when people get that death grip, they're racing, or they might come up and they stop the car and they go and they do this. The thumbs are right where the horns are. So I mean, it's happened multiple times. Of course, it's, you know, people look up at you like, well, why are you honking at me? It's just an accident. So I think Ferrari went a little bit overboard on the buttons and where they're located, but the blinkers are actually right by the thumbs. Really, really nice. You click them once to engage, click the second time to disengage, but it takes a little bit of while to get used to, but I do think it does serve a purpose. It is more efficient to have them there. Just went a little bit overboard with the rest of the buttons. When the Ferrari FF first came out, I felt like they were trying to duplicate what Porsche did with the Panamera, which was a great success for Porsche. It really moved a lot of sales. You know, it's more applicable to those people who have a family, but still want a performance car. So I get that they're trying to kind of feed off that experience and success that Porsche had, but Ferrari took it to a whole nother level. This is much more intense than the Porsche Panamera. Panamera, I've never really liked the look. Stylistically, I love the Ferrari FF a lot better, but I don't feel like this is that dumbed down of a version of a Ferrari. I feel like you're getting a lot of the same things that you do from any other Ferrari. Whereas the Panamera Turbo, I just feel a little bit cheated, if you will, on it doesn't really excite you. So I feel like this car still has that same excitement level, which is really, really nice. And of course, you can fit, you know, two pretty well-grown sized kids in the back. I was back there earlier this morning and, you know, moved the seat up a little bit. You have plenty of room. So really, really nice job, Ferrari. Ferrari did a great job at minimizing the blind spots inside this car. A lot of times you get a hatchback or a wagon, you really can't see too much out the back, but the rear quarter windows are big enough to work in collaboration with the actual rear window, where you can see pretty much, you know, almost like a 360 around the whole car. So really great visibility. The first thing I really like about this car is that digital readout for the passenger. So a lot of times you're on rallies, you're filming, if you will, you want to know how fast you're going, you can actually simply just look down there at the digital display, and it has a button where you can cycle through a couple of different options for you, you know, what's being displayed to you. And that actually carried over into the new Lusso model. The Lusso actually has a better display, if you will, kind of better readout or contrast. This one's still really cool, and it was kind of a risk for Ferrari to put that there because, to my knowledge, that had never existed before. Who knows who would like it, but it seems to have, you know, caught on pretty well, and I think it's one of the coolest things that's inside the interior of the FF. Oh man, that's a beautiful, beautiful sound. And one of the things I love so much about this car is it has that little shift indicator at the top here for, you know, when the lights go all the way across until they reach the far right, and that means, of course, it's time to shift. That's something that initially started in the Enzo, if I'm not mistaken. Please correct me in the comments below. And then it made its way onto the 430 Scuderia, and now it's in the Ferrari FF. So I think it's really, really cool that it's trickled down over time. A very simple thing that I think is absolutely cool to look at as you row through those gears. The second thing I really like about this Ferrari is the all-wheel drive, or the four-wheel drive. It's not four-wheel steering, so let's be very specific about that. But this car enables you to go up in the snow if you're on a rally or a road trip, which I think this car is ideal for. You can hit those mountain passes. If you have a set of snow tires, you can go find an empty parking lot, do some donuts. That's one of my favorite things to do in all-wheel drive cars. You know, there's really, really cool capabilities, and you have that confidence in the turns. It's not a 50-50 system. You know, it does send less power up to the front, essentially to help you keep you in a straight line and maintain some more traction. But it gives you those confidence in the turns when you're really, really pitching it hard. And it just, honestly, to me, all-wheel drive is one of my favorite configurations. I know a lot of people, if you're a purist, you're on a racetrack, you want rear-wheel drive, but the Ferrari FF, I really think they hit it out of the park with their four-wheel drive system, and, you know, absolutely just amazing experience. One nice thing I really noticed today when I was checking out the car is this car has a power liftgate on it. So not only does it have those seats that fold down in the back where you can put tons of stuff in here, it's got a power liftgate to help you get in and out, especially if you have kids with stuff in the rear. So it's really cool that you can fit so much stuff in here. Not only do you have the room back there for kids and such, but you even have more storage room you probably ever thought you could ever get in a Ferrari. So that was a really cool thing to discover today. The third favorite thing I love about this Ferrari is it's very simple, and it's actually something you're not going to see on all FFs. This car has a built-in in-house DVD player, and also it's in the rear headrest back here. So if you have kids in the back, you can pop in a DVD, keep them entertained. Perhaps it's one of your favorite movies. But it was really cool because, you know, I know it seems simple, but the sound system in here is also impressive. So you mix together, you know, the ability to play a movie, amazing sound system, keep your kids entertained. There's actually Ferrari headsets that come with this car as well, so you get that option from the factory for the DVD player. You get the headsets with it as well, and I used to have that in one of my cars, and you can pop in a movie, especially if you're waiting somewhere, and it's absolutely like you're not going anywhere. And oh my god, oh my! I thought it was a CGT, but it's just a 430. Anyway, as I was saying, I really think the DVD player is my third favorite thing about this car. The fact you can entertain your kids, play some really cool movies. The sound's going to sound amazing in this car. Really nice sound system. I actually checked it out here this morning with one of my favorite movies.
Nice car. What's the retail on one of those?
More than you can afford, pal. Ferrari.
So that's really, really cool option for the factory. You're not going to see in a lot of Ferraris that I personally would go for. So the type of person I can see owning this Ferrari FF, somebody who wants to own a Ferrari, maybe now as a family, but still wants the performance. This is a great car for them. If you go on road trips, if you're going on a rally, this is another great car. It's a good daily driver. It's very manageable. It does eat a little bit of gas, of course, with the V12, so there is that to think about. But this is such a better car than the Porsche Panamera. I know they're not really in the same league. I think they're kind of trying to do the same thing, but this is very, very different from what the Porsche Panamera is, especially stylistically. I can't tell you how much more I prefer this than the Porsche Panamera. So I can see this for somebody who doesn't want to own that flashy Ferrari. This is a really, really nice color. It's not that Ferrari red, so it doesn't grab too much attention as you're driving it around, but you still get all that crazy performance. And again, it's not a dumbed down version of the Ferrari. I feel like you're getting everything really, really spot on. Performance, interior, styling. So really, really great job of Ferrari, and I love this car. Thank you for tuning in to another episode of the Formula Review. It's been an absolute pleasure to be able to share this Ferrari FF with you. Ferrari really executed nicely on the four-wheel drive, the space inside here, plenty of room for your kids, your family, luggage in the back. They have 2 cars in the inventory right now at San Francisco Sports Cars that are Ferrari FFs. This one's the black with the DVD player and the headrest. So this is, again, a little bit more special than the other one they have currently in stock. Amazing car. Really glad I get to learn more about this and share it with you all. If you want more information, this one's priced at about $169,000. Reach out to Brad at San Francisco Sports Cars. Let me know, what is your favorite performance hatch? I love the BMW Z3Ms, the really kind of an old car now, but they've gone up in value recently. So this is a really, really cool opportunity to share this with you today. Thank you for tuning in, and I'll catch you on the next episode.